Kevin Joy from Big Body Ball here. We got a college football semifinal matchup, the Peach Bowl between Penn State and Notre Dame. The game will be played in Florida. Beautiful weather, unlike the other semi-final game going on in Cotton Bowl, which is going to be about 2 degrees. So what do we got here? We got Penn State and Notre Dame, James Franklin and Marcus Freeman. Both their first times in the playoffs. Both of them they're 2-0. They both have looked good. They've controlled all of the games they have all played in all 4 games that have been played by these two teams. They have controlled. Notably, Notre Dame controlled the game against Georgia in a very impressive feat. So kudos to the Notre Dame team and to Marcus Freeman for getting that done and taking out the Georgia team. So let's talk about those two coaches for a second, James Franklin and Marcus Freeman. Who has the coaching advantage here? I know it might sound crazy to say because James Franklin is much more tenured here, but I do think that Marcus Freeman has a slight edge for a coaching advantage in this game over James Franklin. I haven't been so in love with how Penn State has been calling offense and Andy Kotelnicki in the playoffs this year. They have looked very sketchy and skeptical at times in terms of some of the play calling. And I think that Marcus Freeman has been a little bit more loose and true to his identity so far. And also, he may have just outcoached Kirby Smart in a playoff game, which that is very rare to happen. Like, you look back on that 4th down call where Marcus Freeman shuffled out 11 players in and out and, forced Georgia to make a mistake and probably sealed the game for Notre Dame there. So I give the slight edge to Marcus Freeman over James Franklin as the head coaching advantage. I also give Notre Dame the coordinator advantage here. I think Al Golden and Mike Denbrock have been two of the best coordinators in the country for any given team this year. Like, what they have been able to do with this Notre Dame team has been awesome. Like, Notre Dame right now is without Riley Mills, and they are without Benjamin Morrison, who they lost much earlier on in the season. But they're down 2 key pieces, and they're still able to find ways to win. Like, they beat Georgia without those two guys. So it's been impressive what Al Golden has been able to do with this defense. And on the other side of the ball, offensively, they have not been lights out or offense that really, really scares you. Like, they don't have anyone out wide that can bust open a game and break a game open. Like, they have Bo Collins and they have Greathouse. Those guys are fine, but nothing that really, really scares you. They rely on Riley Leonard and his legs and their run game to do that. And Jeremiah Love. Now, I do think that he's not going to play in this game. But what Mike Denbrock has been able to do, using to get the best out of Riley Leonard, has been really, really impressive. So I do give the edge to the coordinators for Notre Dame as well. I think in this playoff so far, offensively, neither Penn State or Riley or Notre Dame has played to their maximum potential. I still think that there is another level, another gear that both of these teams can hit. But I do give the upside to Penn State here. I like what Drew Aller has been doing in the playoffs. He's been having some really, really great throws downfield. So I think that he definitely has the passing advantage over Riley Leonard here. And I think between those two backs that they have with Nick Singleton and Katron Allen, and what they can do with Harrison Wallace moving down the field, and the tight end, Tyler, now I don't know, can't believe I'm blanking on his name, Tyler, tight end at Penn State. I think that they have more weapons and they're a little bit more diverse offensively. So I think that there's more upside and more potential for the Penn State offense here. The defense on both of these teams, I think they've been doing a great job, all year. Like, we talked about Al Golden and the Notre Dame defense. Like, Tom Allen has done a fantastic job with this Penn State defense, and it looks like Abdul Carter is coming back here. And with Jeremiah Love hurt, and obviously you're going to have Price running the ball. But I do think that the defenses are pretty evenly matched. So I'm excited to see the matchup between those two. The line on the game is Notre Dame -1. It's been at -2.5 for a little bit, but it's been Notre Dame favored the entire time since the line has been released. I think the wrong team's favored. I think Penn State will win the game. I think they should be favored in the game because I do like their potential and their upside just a little bit more than I like Notre Dame. So give me Penn State to win. Give me Penn State to cover. That will give James Franklin to punch a ticket to the national title game. And man, the narrative for Penn State and the narrative for James Franklin might change overnight if he's able to get to the national championship and compete for a title and bring that back home to State College. So I'm excited for this game. Looking forward to it. I'm going Penn State to win. Follow Big Body Ball CFB on all socials.